Alright, so hey guys, it is me Matt coming to you with a brand new video. I haven't done one of these things in a while, not since April I don't think. So 4 months, or near 4 months. I did it for Elvati's Eight Ignatos album review, and I'm doing this for new Slipknot album. It is an album review video, so like I'm very excited. This is Slipknot's very awaited, very, anticipated 6th album. So far I'm only listening to Unsainted, and the mastered Unsainted vocals and the overall sound is just great so far. Birth of the Cruel is next, and I haven't listened to that track fully yet. And Solway Fourth is last, and I really enjoyed that track. That was extremely heavy. It was this album encompasses, so far has encompassed a lot of Iowa / Volume 3 sort of sound so far, and I'll let you guys know what I think of the rest of the tracks in a bit. So I'm now going to continue listening to Unsainted and then Birth of the Cruel. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I'm now listening to Birth of the Cruel, and I may say it is a very, very good track. It's a lot weirder than I expected. Unsainted brought a symphonic side to Slipknot, including a choir, which was amazing. Unsainted being one of my favourite tracks that have ever come out this year. Birth of the Cruel sort of uses a lot of that tin sounding thing, a lot of throwback to Iowa and their first album. Really fucking good. I mean, it reminds me of Gently, and on the 3rd album it reminds me of, or the 1st album, I think, it reminds me of Tattered and Torn, or Scissors, if that makes any sense, if you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm moving on now. Death Because of Death, which is a weird name for a song, but ironic, is a sort of intro track into the next song, which I have high hopes for this album, to be fair. So far it's been great, so I hope I'm not disappointed, but I doubt I'm going to be disappointed. It's Slipknot. Okay, so I'm on track 5 now, Nero Forte. Overall, it's a great track because it's got a catchy chorus and it's got a catchy riff. It's obviously Corey's back on the sort of like rap style vocals, sort of used a lot on the Point 3 album, especially in songs like Before I Forget and Duality. So big up. I'm gonna move on to the next song now, known as Critical Darling. Right, so Critical Darling is it's probably my favourite track so far at the moment, because it's sort of reminiscent of the Negative one, but it sort of brings back Corey's sort of rap-styled vocals, and it's more of like it's got a really groovy riff to it, and it's pretty sick. So I'm going to move on now. A Liar's Funeral's next. So A Liar's Funeral has a very, very ambient feeling to it. There's an acoustic guitar used in it, like in Snuff, and it has a sort of like a dark ambient, slow sound. It's still quite heavy because it kicks in about 3 minutes, maybe less time than that in. But like, it's beautiful. I really enjoy it. It's probably the slowest and darkest song on the album so far. I'm really enjoying it so far, but we're gonna move on now to Red Flag. Right, so Red Flag is just overall just extremely heavy. Kicks in straight away, no holding back. Corey's just all out using his amazing harsh vocals. And the rest of the band are just delivering just an assault of just, groove riff, great percussions from Chris and Tortilla Guy, or Tortilla Guy, whatever you want to call him. Jay on the drums, delivering some slower blast beats for some fun times. Overall, just a heavy track, and it's just an all-out assault so far. So, next up is What's Next? Okay, so What's Next is just another, like, opening, like, intro bit to Spiders. So, we're just gonna go straight into Spiders now. Spiders, makes a great use of a keyboard or piano intro. Most likely Craig, but absolute beautiful. It's more of a very sort of like a twisted, ambient sounding song, and like if you appreciate Slipknot's older stuff, which is a lot of twisted shit, then you'd very much enjoy this one. So now we're gonna move on to Orphans. Okay, so Orphan is just the heaviest song I have heard on this album out of the 11 tracks I've managed to get into. Absolute brutal assault intro of just blast beats, a very, very, very groovy riff, Corey's very harsh vocals, just an all-out assault on whatever. Absolute beautiful, probably my favourite track. So big up Dan for telling me to check this one out. Shout out to Dan. So yeah, I've got 3 tracks left, and one of them I've already listened to, so like I'm gonna give my opinion on that, and my video's almost wrapped up. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to My Pain. So My Pain is a very, very weird 6-minute 48-second sort of like a very dark ambient, slow sounding, slow vocal track. I enjoy it. It's very dark. It has a very dark ambient tone to it. Everyone who Clown and Tia Guy obviously the backing vocalists, so they are included, and Corey's sort of like, you know, very sort of like artistic singing voice is included on this. So now we move on to Not Long for This World. So Not Long for This World is a very sort of like slow starting track, very ambient at the beginning, but it kicks in and it's just a slow groove sounding assault with Corey's singing voice and harsh vocals. Absolutely amazing. So far, I really, really, really dig in this album, and this is track 13, so screw it, we're gonna go into Solway Firth here, and then I'll round up the album now in a bit. So Solway Firth is probably another one of the heavier tracks on this album. It's sort of got like a really, really fucking groovy riff, and it sort of reminds me a bit like a melodic death metal riff. I'll let you find out for yourself. But I really, really, really do enjoy this album so far. And Solway Firth is obviously one of my favourites on this album. So now we're going to wrap up. Overall, I sort of understand where Slipknot are coming from by saying this is sort of like reminiscent of Iowa and Point 3. Because they've got the heaviness that reminds me of Iowa, and they've got a lot of like the style of the songs, like how they're structured is like Point 3, but a lot of like the lyrical styles probably from Iowa as well. All in all, I really enjoy this album. So like it's sounding a lot older than it should have come out a lot longer than a longer time ago than this now. Better than Point 5 by far, much, much better. Very good comeback from this band. Can't wait to see these live. Definitely doing concert vlog there. So if you want to check out this album, I'll leave a Spotify link in the description. Shout out to Dan for obviously telling me to check these albums out. Telling me to check out Orphans. Shout out to Slipknot for putting out a fucking great album. probably one of my favourites out of this year that's come out so far. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will probably try and get into the habit of making some more album reviews. If you enjoyed it, thank you so much. Tell me what you thought of Slipknot's album down below. And I will see you guys later, because I'm making a day out video. So I'll see you guys later. Make sure you check out my previous day out video, which I was uploaded earlier. I didn't upload it last night because I wasn't feeling too good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Liam's channel and check out this album. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!